everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a first impression review for you guys, and it is using the mini Icon mini eyeshadow palette by Absolute New York. So when you open it up, it looks like this. There are 6 shades available. There are 3 mattes and 3 shimmers. The 3 shimmers are kind of right here in the center. Now, first off, when I opened this came in my glossy box for the month of June. So when I opened this, immediately I thought of the Naked 2 palette because there are a few similarities to this. So right off, you can see that there are some definite similar shades in there. Mostly the shade Chopper from the Naked 2 palette and the shade Soft Copper from the Icon Mini. So this is the shade Soft Copper from the Icon palette. Really pretty, buttery, smooth eyeshadow. I mean, it blends on my hand beautifully. It feels nice on my finger. And then this is Chopper from the Naked 2 palette. So you can see that Soft Copper is just a little bit more on the copper side and it's a little darker, but they're still somewhat similar. So yeah, let's go ahead and dig right into trying out these eyeshadows on my actual eyelid, shall we? So looking at this palette, right off I can see that there's not really a decent light transition shade. These are the only 2 like kind of darker shades that they give you, and this is actually a lot darker than I thought it was when I swatched it on my hand earlier. So we'll just go ahead and go right in with the shade Nutty. I'm going to tap out the extra. Right away, I don't see that it's super chalky when I went ahead and swatched the grabbed the product on my brush. It didn't look too chalky to me, so I'm going to go ahead and start wiggling this right in my crease line. So it actually has some really decent pigmentation. I really like that. If you are the type of person to go in and layer shadow upon shadow to like layer your shades to get to a nice transition line, then this is probably not the palette for you. But right now I can see that there's really nice pigmentation in here. They're blending out really nicely, and they feel super soft. So I'm going to go ahead and go in to Fluff, which is a matte highlighting shade, and I'm going to apply that right above on my brow bone. I'm going back in with that brush that had Nutty on it, and I'm not dipping it back into the product, I'm just blending it back and forth. So I'm going to be a little daring, and I am going to go ahead and dip into the black shade, which is called Charred. And I'm going in with a kind of softer crease brush for that, and I'm only going to dip the tips of the brush into the product. I don't want it to get super heavy, so there's barely any on the tips of my brush. I'm going to just work that right in my crease line and just wiggle back and forth. Okay, so I'm not super impressed with this black. It's not as creamy or pigmented as the other shade. It's kind of applying that way. It's real patchy. As you can see, there's like a spot missing right here, so it's kind of on the patchier side. So I'm going to go in with Nutty again and see if I can just blend that out. So I think that's actually as good as I'm going to be able to get it, which is not, it's not super noticeable, only if you're like all up in my bubble, like, you know, you are right now. Only if you're kind of up in my bubble do you notice that it is kind of on the patchier side. So for my eyelid, I think I'm going to go in with the shade Cashmere. And I'm going to try it dry at first. Usually with shimmers, I like to go ahead and just wet my brush down with shimmers because you get the most payoff with that, with color payoff and shine payoff, if you go in with a Fix Plus or a setting spray or even water sometimes kind of does the trick. If you don't have those, eye drops definitely do the trick. But I'm going to go ahead and just go right in. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm not mad at it. So as you can see, there is a very, very small amount of fallout right here. Very minimal compared to some of the palettes I have. I'm going to go ahead and try going in with my finger to see if that makes a difference on the shimmer as well. Okay, so we do get a little bit more of a color payoff going in with your finger. I can't believe how smooth these shadows feel. Like I wish you were here to touch these. They're so soft and creamy. So I'm just going to use my brush to kind of sweep away the fallout that happened. I'm going to take the shade Nutty and run that on my bottom lash line. I'm going to use my finger to just kind of blend out that line a little bit. I'm going to try using Charred one more time. I'm going to run this right at the lashes of my bottom lash line. Anything even happen? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up with some eyeliner and mascara and do the other eye, and I will come right back. I did go ahead and put on a little bit of an eyeliner with another black shadow that I have. I actually used Blackout in the Naked 2 palette just to kind of smudge it in the lash line. So my final thoughts are eyeliner and mascara definitely helped out the look. So far, the black shade in here, the Charred, is not my favorite. I've had better black eyeshadows. In fact, you can see that it doesn't even swatch super nice. It applies super patchy and a lot less pigmented on than when you swatch it, and it's just not a good black. In fact, I've had this shadow right here. This is from BH Cosmetics. This eyeshadow costs like $1.49 on their website, and it's a lot more pigmented than this one is. It just looks better. It's darker. It's not patchy. Look at the difference. This is from the palette and this is the BH shade. So just black is a difficult color to get formulated correctly in a lot of cosmetics. I will go ahead and show you the picture of all of the color swatches so you can see for yourself how they look. So looking at all the shadows, you can get the idea of which colors are great. One thing I do wish this palette had that it doesn't, I'm sorry I'm blending you with the mirror. One thing I do wish that this palette had that it doesn't have is a kind of like a little bit of a lighter transition shade. This brown, the Nutty, does look beautiful. It's a beautiful shade, beautiful pigmentation, but as a transition color, it needs to be a slightly lighter, even if it was just a lighter version of that shade. It's not the problem that it's a warm tone versus a cool tone. The problem is it's just too dark to be a transitional color. You definitely made it work. What I did was I took Nutty and then I did go ahead and put Fluff over top of it just to lighten it up a smidge so it doesn't look like I got like punched in the eye completely. So my overall thoughts of this eyeshadow palette is that I do like it, and if I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give this like a solid like 8.5. I mean, this is a great palette. I just wish the black was a little bit more pigmented and that there was a lighter transition shade, but the shimmers look beautiful. I tried them wet and I tried them dry, and both ways look beautiful. They do apply a lot better if you use your finger if you're going to use them dry versus a brush. But overall, this is a gorgeous palette. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you really enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Also, please don't forget to click that subscribe button. I love you guys very much. Also, don't forget, I am now uploading twice a week, so you get 2 videos from me. I upload my regular beauty videos here on Friday, and you'll also be getting a vlog from me, a weekly vlog, every Monday or Tuesday. So, I love you guys very much. I'll see you soon, and don't forget, make good choices.